Alright guys, today I have a gift code. Just make sure you check the title. It's going to be a special gift. So the gift code for today is going to be click option gift code and special gift, and it will give you 200 gems. Okay, I already did it, so I don't not allowed to use it anymore. Now we have a lot of questions, and because not a lot of people are, I understand if you are a new player and or you are intermediate or you've been playing this game for 3 or 6 months, you want to build an end game team, right? And I understand that, and but sometimes you kind of have question like who is better and why. So today I'm going to answer every single things that I think you guys need to understand or misunderstanding, and this is all my personal information after a year of playing. I don't consider myself to be like the super top notch because I am not a VIP VIP 8. I am the VIP 0, and this is my experience based on my VIP 0. Okay, so if you are VIP 0 like me, you should understand completely like this. So who is the strongest game right now after Phoenix got nerfed? To be honest, I think Valkyrie is number one. So if you follow this guideline, you should be know which one is best. Okay, so Valkyries, Skuld, Phoenix, Marks, Shumel, Loreley, and Drow. So why is Loreley stronger than Drow? Should you invest in Drow or Loreley? I'm going to answer that. But let me show you a few things and why I think Valkyrie is number one. And someone just asked me is, can I use Valkyrie as a tank? The answer is no. Because her attack is, what happened is you want her to die at the end. Because her active skill is, if your ally die, she is getting stronger. That's what that is. Okay. She also heal and by 5, and let me see where this is actually level 5. If you get her to level 10, that is another story. You can read her skills and you will find it. Yeah, that should be passive skill. So each hero die heal the ally with at least amount of HP, and cell speed increased by 10. You see that? And skill damage increased by 40%. So she is very amazing, and whoever die in your teams die, she gets stronger. The more that people die, the stronger she will get. So you want her to die at the end. No one use her at the tank because you don't want her to die first. Even though she is a warrior, but look at this. Phoenix can be a good tank, and Phoenix is not even a warrior. Phoenix is a cleric. So in this game, they kind of mess. Warrior doesn't mean that they have to be a tank. So you have to figure out who is the best tank. So right now, Phoenix is still number one. The second one should be Warrior, and third one I can say that it's going to be Monkey King. So Valkyries and Nameless King is not a tank. Do not use them. Okay. So Skuld is something very interesting about this girl. She by herself, she's not very strong, but if you team up the right people, she is extremely, very. I will say she is number one, number two, after Valkyrie. So today is gonna be Valkyrie on the key. Should you get her? The answer is yes. Now, if you have 500 keys, should you get Valkyries too? The answer yes. If you really want to focus, if you really want to get that strongest hero, so I recommend people that you should get it. I got almost 2,000 keys, and I'm gonna wait until Monday to Phoenix on the up chest, and I'm gonna pull 3 rounds. Now my team is completely 100% Horde team, but I still want Valkyrie because she is actually number one. Go get her. Okay. Okay. So let's skip. And I will explain a little bit more Skuld later on. Phoenix is amazing, guys. Before that, before he got nerfed, Phoenix is still number one, but I think she is kind of between 1 and 3 because she is more like buffering. So your team have to have Phoenix because the moment she casts a spell, C is actually make your team like 30% stronger. Make sense? So she have to be on your team. So Phoenix is still, personally, I would say she is still number 1, but you don't need more than 1. If you can get 3, that's beautiful. You are the winner. If you can get 4, you win the whole games. But if you have 2 like me, she is kind of between. March is crazy damage, and he does stuns, crazy. So if you can get those 4 people on top here, get them. I don't. If you keep asking me, should you get March? The answer is yes. If this is going to be your first copy, the answer is yes. Yes. I don't never say no to those 4. Shumel is also depend. Shumel is very easy to get, but she extremely strong. Shumel you can get from advanced world spin. So I'm going to skip that. Now, another good question is Loreley and Drow, which one is stronger? Well, it depends on your team. So I'm going to talk about this later, okay? Now, let's focus on number 1. Balance the team with CC or attack. It's also depend on your team. So let me explain how does that work. Okay. Let's click on friends. Let's click on, let's look into, okay. Where's my Legion teams? Okay. Defense. Okay. So let me explain. If your team have a lot of attack, you need a CC. So Freya is extremely good if your team is having a lot of attack. So for example, you only use Freya when you have Loreley. Okay. So Loreley does a lot of damage, and you have Sayo, and you have Phoenix, Valkyries. So if your team have a lot of attack, you need a CC on your team. Make sense? If your team have a lot of CC like Shumel, Tesla, then you should want to focus on someone that have the attack. So the attack should be Bell. Make sense? So you have to balance the team out. Either if your team have a lot of attack, you have to use Freya. If your team is having a lot of CC, using Bell. Make sense? Now, if you have a Skuld, 10-star Skuld is another story. Okay? So what about Skuld right here? If you have Skuld on your team, like 10-star Skuld on your team, you will using Sayo and Bell. Those 2 guys by themselves is not very strong, but with Skuld, they are extremely beautiful and very powerful, especially Bell, because Bell can crazy do damage if someone actually in the behind supporting him. So Skuld, she doesn't do any attack, but combination with Skuld and Bell together, they are really crazy. Okay, so without Skuld, those 2 guys are useless. I was using Freya, so get Freya as you can to 10-star, because she don't do a lot of damage, but she do a lot of CC. So you need them. You need that to able to stay in the game. Let's see what else. Okay, so I hope I actually answer every single thing. If you actually listen to me, and is Freya good or not? Well, it depends. As I mentioned before, if you have Skuld, Sayo and Bell, just get rid of Freya. If you don't have Skuld, then use Freya. So that should be answered. This questions. Is Valkyrie is worth it? Yes, she is number 1 for me. She does a lot of damage, and the moment you're alive, she's very good with expedition, guys. She does healings too. You don't, when you fight expedition, you don't really need a healer if you have Valkyrie, because she heals too. Just in case if you don't even have a healer, you can use Valkyrie and you should be good. I don't want to say that you actually do not using a healer, because it doesn't make any sense. Expedition is the same team. You should have a lot of healer. Well, in this case, I'm just saying Valkyrie. If you have Valkyrie on your team, you can get rid of one of the healer instead of you have like Shumel, Vatandis, and Drow on the team, you can get rid of one of them. Make sense? I don't want to say that using Valkyrie and don't using healer at all. I'm just saying that with the Valkyrie on your team, you can get rid of one or two healer that you don't really need to use. Okay. So what about Mars? Same thing. He does a lot of damage. So if you can get him to 10 star, you will be in the top server for sure. Another question is Loreley and Drow. So which one is better? Well, it's also depend on the team. Now, if you have Skuld and Bell on the team, of course you want to get Drow. So why did I say that? If Skuld does healing, why will you need Drow? The answer is Bell. Bell does a lot of damage because Bell is a mage. So you actually need Drow to support him. The more that you can support him, the crazy he will go. Make sense? If you're using Bell, make sure that you need a lot of support in the back to support him. With Skuld on the team, Drow should be number one. Now, without Bell, you should using Loreley because Bell does a lot of damage and you need attack. So if your team doesn't have enough attack, you using Loreley, okay? And something about special about Loreley is you don't even have to put a TOTG or Star Shots. She will cast her active skill at the beginning. So the good artifact to put on her is going to be speed. You have to make her super speed. And I think this is the one that you should need. Queen Crown. It will give her 10% XP and 42 speed. So put this on her and she will do a lot of crazy damage. Now I have a friend. He is actually a top tier on my server and he tests them out. For Drow, when he fighting another team, he's like 50-50 winning. But when he put Loreley 10 star on his team, he actually winning like 80-20. So for him, Loreley is way better than Drow. Does that mean Drow sucks? The answer is no. Well, it depends on the team that you built, and each one of them does different functions. So if you asking me personally, which one should I go? The answer is I will go with Loreley, because Drow is only good if your opponent have a lot of clearer team, especially if they're using Shemel, Phoenix, Vatandis, another Drow, or let's see who else, or Vivians, and that will be it. She is beside that she's not very useful. Lowly, she is for everything. It's just that her speed is a little bit slow, and she does need support. So if you can have Skuld on your team, Lowly is super strong. Okay. Would Bell use Drow? She can heal him. Yeah, again. So if you have Bell on your team, use Drow because she can heal him and help him like 50%. It's a lot of healing. So it's also depend on your team. And I hopefully I answer everything. Okay, so if you ask me, is Medusa is good? The answer is well. She is semi-god. She is not in the top tier. She is like between. So below Drow should be Freya, or should be what's her name? Medusa. So why do I don't get Valkyrie, Skuld, Phoenix? Why do I don't get Valkyrie, Skuld? Because I just want to build a different team. I am VIP 0, so I have to play smart. The reason is I try to play horror just because I want to be in top 10, okay, and I want to be in different, because everyone building a unity team, and I personally think that unity team is really beautiful, okay. But for me, just because I want to be in top 10 in my server as a VIP 0, I have to build something else, and that horror aura is give me 15% attack. 20% of XP is make my team is really XP and 15% attack. So let's take a look at Dance of Secrets, and you will can tell. Okay, Look at this. 40 level 178 is the highest. I actually beat 476, so I only need to beat one more level and the last one, and I will be done with the games. As a VIP 0, to get to that is very, very hard. It's not simple. And I was able to do that with a team of Horde. Every day I'm logging in and I try to make my Medusa ranking up. I was able to got 4 ranks up today. I can make one more, but never mind. I'm gonna wait. So let's see. My team. Okay, so let me bet on Guild War. It's very interesting because this guy actually winning the last time, and I thought another team is gonna win. I always pick the team that actually wins, so I'm gonna go with that again, and I'm gonna bet on them. Okay. Man, if they lose, I'm gonna lose that 500. But if they win, I'm gonna win that 2,500. I hope I answer everything here. Okay, so before I go, let's talk about Christmas Day a little bit. Let me show you mine. How many did I earn? So let's take a look. Items. 313. I don't know how many did I get. So basically, you need around 1,200 Christmas tree to get that TOTG. This one. Okay. And I personally think the game will only give you around 900. So you have to spend around $80 to buy Christmas tree to get that TOTG. The answer is yes. You have to minimum around $70 to $100 to get that artifact. But I think we have a very good news for this one, because today is only the second day and I have around 727. I believe that you are able to get to 1,500, and I really believe that we can get to 1,900. To get one of these, you have to spend like $80 to get March, Bell, or Lowly. For this one, I recommend people to get Valkyrie is number 1. If you have 10-star Valkyrie, then get Drow. I do not want to get Shumel because you can get her from advanced spins. So never get her. If you can get another 6 copy of Valkyrie, still get Valkyrie, okay? If you have 2 Valkyrie in your team, man, you will be like God. Drow, she's good. She is actually top 7. And I would go for her too. Yes. Okay. So that will be it for tonight. And have a wonderful Christmas. Okay, I cannot wait until, I think it's gonna take me another day. I think I have to wait for 45 hours before I can even summon my Phoenix, and then I'm gonna pull 1,500 keys on that one for 2 accounts. Alternative, my main account and my fake account, I'm gonna pull it too. It's gonna be something fun. Okay, and that will be it. Oh, I actually level my familiar, this guy, to level 160, and this cost me like 50 million. Right now, I only have 4 million left, so I'm really freaking broke. and I try to change my I tried to changing this artifact, this rune, change to speed, and it's cost me about 50 gold and I couldn't even get it. I ran out of this one, so let's try one more with 1.8 million. It hurts. Attack, huh? Should I get attack or hit rate? No, I keep hit rate because they now only have 2.6 million. I'm so broke, guys. So I cannot wait until the spins. The event. How many money do I get? Oh, I actually got no money. That's interesting. Oh, wow. So you get more money with milk or ice, not with summons from Gold Key. So that will be it, and have a wonderful night. Bye.